it's always been a very strong kind of commitment on my part to think about how does silence become much more part even of our preaching, so to speak. Frère Roger would, well, no, maybe he didn't say it, but it was kind of the idea of Salieri in the film Amadeus said, oh, Mozart, there's too many notes. And we could say the same about our worship services. Oh, there's too many words. And then what we see happening is still preachers thinking that, wow, we have to have a big sermon, and they'll shorten other parts of the service, even shortening hymns, not singing all the verses of hymns or things, because we want to have a whole big sermon. I call that kind of rational naivete. It's kind of the idea that it's the spoken word that's the only word that preaches. And so many other things in worship preach. The hymns preach, the readings preach, our body gestures, the actions, the sacraments, they all are moments of preaching. And I think one of the preachers' or presiders' tasks is really to help think about how all of these components of worship are preaching, and supporting also the role of the preacher as she or he is speaking. So, yeah, I think this society our culture in particular, is just filling up every space, as you just said, filling up every space with images or words or music. You can't even, in some places, you can't go into an elevator without there being music piped in, or into a restroom and there's music being piped in. We just fill up every space. And how can worship be inviting us into, and this might sound curious, but into an empty space? But an empty space where perhaps the Spirit can then speak